Welcome to number 69, Chinuch at Home. Thank you, Shiv Dar Aliyah and ChazakTorahAnytime.com. The power of storytelling. We've said this before, the most powerful and most drawing words that you can start a sentence with in order to gain the attention of the listener is once upon a time. The most endearing way to start a conversation because everyone wants to hear a story. That's because HaKadosh Baruch Hu designed it and wired us that way. Curiosity. But a story that contains lessons for life. That's why the entire Chumash, for the most part, when I say entire, if you were to take, let's say, the 209 prakim, you will see that almost 200, literally, are all part of a storyline. The number of prakim which contain only mitzvahs are very few. So the lesson in that is that the story of Chumash is a way for us to learn how to live. I'm going to share with you this book here. It's from Rabbi Arush. It's called Say Thank You and See Miracles. It's called The Garden of Miracles. Say Thank You and See Miracles. Going to bed at night with our children or sitting at the meals with our children, just say one quick story. He's got 193 stories in this book, and each one is about saying thank you to HaKadosh Baruch Hu and seeing the miracles that take place. Saying thank you is not a small thing. Do it all day long with our kids. Why? Because it happens to be a chelik of the mitzvah of Ahavas Hashem. Ahavas Hashem is one of the mitzvahs. To love HaKadosh Baruch Hu, to love Hashem, is one of the mitzvahs which apply every second of our lives. And one of the most powerful ways to demonstrate our love for Hashem is to say thank you. That is not my opinion, and it's not just Rabbi Arush's opinion. That's what Chazal tell us. You look at the last Mishnah in Brachas, Perek Tes Mishnah Hey, and look at the Gemara on that in, I think it's Nun Dalet in the Gemara in Brachas. It tells us that when Hashem tells me to love Him, B'chol me'odecha, one of the meanings there is B'chol mido midah shu moeded lecha. Whatever measure Hashem measures out to you, bein midah taiva, whether it's good, obviously good, health, family, career, children, finances, bein midah puranot, or whether Hashem is extracting payment under COVID, loss of friends or relatives, Rahman al-Islam, or without a job, or less security or uncertainty, don't know what's going to be tomorrow. Be exceedingly grateful. And this claims, Mesilas Yesharim Perek Yud Tes, is the mivchan. This is the real test of my love for HaKadosh Baruch Hu, is b'shas hadoichek, is when it's pressured, time of pressure, ve'esat tzara, or has v'shalom, we're going through suffering. The power of saying thank you in front of our children, to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, with our children, and using that, tell them a story every night, or every 2-3 nights. They're short stories, 193, it's not that many pages in here, and inspire, talk about those stories, and talk about opportunities that I am now going to look out for, that I'm going to say thank you when things don't go right, because Gamzul Taiva is not just an Eitz Taiva, it's not Midas Chasidus, it's Me'ikar Hadin. In Shulchan Aruch Reish Chaf Beis in Orach Chaim Sif Gimel tells us Chayav Adam Levarech Al Hara. Every person, doesn't say Chassid or Tzaddik, every person is muchayev, obligated to bless Hashem for the negative, the bad, b'dah shalema u'benefesh chafetza, with a complete mind. No one's pressuring me. I know exactly what I'm doing, and I'm doing it willingly. B'nefesh chafetza, to say thank you to Hashem on whatever doesn't go right with me. In the same way, k'shemavarech b'simcha al ha'tov, that we say thank you to Hashem when good things happen. So no matter what's going on in this crazy world, no matter what's going on locally or globally, tamim Tiyah im Hashem Elokecha. This is what our kids need so much, that we are tamimustik with HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And that means we trust Hashem. It's in Perek Yud Ches Pasuk Yud Gimel, Tamim Tiyah im Hashem Elokecha, in Dvarim, and many mitzvahs count it as one of the Tarek mitzvahs. Hashem has our children's eyes on us all the time, especially during COVID, during these riots and all this craziness that we hear about, the uncertainty in the politics, the uncertainty in the world, the uncertainty of the future of America and Jews in America. Tamim Tiyam Hashem Elokecha. Look at Rashi over there, look at Mefarshim, they'll tell you it means be tamimustik with Hashem. That means I trust you, Hashem, implicitly. And loy lachkai, don't speculate acha hadidus, after the future, what's going to happen. Don't speculate. Accept what is taking place right now with HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and then guess what happens? You will be Bechelkai with Hashem. You'll be in His Chelek. That is a sense of serenity. As we've said before, we cannot know what's going to be in the next chapter, but we trust the author. Rebbeinu Shalom, you're running the show. This is what our children need to see in us more than any other time, I think, possibly in world history. You think that our kids their eyes were on us as we were walking out of Eretz Yisrael to Bavel in the first Galus. Our children were looking at us as we were responding to the Persian persecution under Haman, a decree to destroy every single Jew. How we responded to that with teshuvah, with thank you Hashem for everything that we're grateful to you for. How we turn to HaKadosh Baruch Hu b'eis Sarah when it's not easy. That's what our kids are being infused in their DNA, that's going to take them through their nisyonos into their adulthood, into being their own separate link in the Masorah of passing down from generation to generation. And that is what's made us so strong, that we survived and thrived after Galus Bavel, Galus Prus, Galus Yavan, Galus Edom, Yishmael. We've been through the Tak V'Tat. We've been through Communist Russia and Tsarist Russia. We've been through the Holocaust. How do we bounce back every time? And the answer is, our children see in us that we don't let go of Hashem b'chol me'odecha. We love you, Hashem, b'chol midah, with every midah that you measure out to us. Even if it's midas puranut, He's extracting payment from us for whatever reason, our response is with tmimus. Be exceedingly, exceedingly grateful. In the schus of knowing that Hashem gave us, in the Shema Yisrael, how to love Him. And Mesilas Yesharim reminds us that the main proof of our love to Hashem is when things are not going right at home, locally and globally. We should all be zeicha to pass on to our children that DNA that's part of us already. Hashem, you're only good, always. In the schus of that, we should have a lot of nachas from our children. Amen. Hatzlacha Rabbah.